Good evening, fellow viewers and friends. In this night, we're going to discuss a very important topic for our school, our judicial system, and every serious organization out there. This, this topic is plagiarism. So, what is plagiarism? Plagiarism is the use of other people's opinions, thoughts, and investigation as our own. Why do people are constantly involved in plagiarism? This happens because it's the easier way to take, and it's as simple as that. What many people don't actually know is that plagiarism is strictly punished by our judicial system and by everyone else that likes a formal and presentable investigation. So even if you go away with it with plagiarism, you're only doing harm to yourself.
So, what real problems you can get from doing plagiarism? The simple of one is to get a demerit from the school or getting zero in a work. But when you become a professional, you can get judicial problems because of it. So you just have to avoid using plagiarism. Remember that it's simple to avoid it and it's just part of your work. So you can have serious problem and you can have a black profile in your future as a professional worker that does not have the ability to have a problem solving ability that you really need in your company. So if you want to be a good professional with a good accreditation and a good effort and work be, before other people, it will be an excellent way to have better jobs. So
Okay, now let's see solutions for plagiarism. If we're going to see the reasons, we can find that one of the main reasons is is to get easy the information. So a solution to plagiarism would be to have habits like reading, habits like writing, habits the one that you need to have your own words, you need to have your own opinion about the topic, because that's the reason to plagiarism, just to get information easy. So if you are doing these habits, all these habits, you are going to have your own opinion. So if they are talking about one topic, you will be like, you will have the easy way to come and say your own opinion about that topic.
As I said before, plagiarism only harms yourself, and as my colleagues exposed you, many reasons of it, you're only gonna get affected by plagiarism because this will make you like a low recognizable, so no, recognized
Those.
recognizable person. So plagiarism is really bad for yourself. So try not to do it.
in my opinion, plagiarism can be avoided by little effort that you can do on your works. So don't do it. It's just as simple of doing putting a name in your work. So you want to be a great professional and a good person also.
So just little actions like if you are going to, if you are reading and you like something a person said in his book, you can take it. To don't do plagiarism don't mean this. Don't mean that you cannot take this word. You can take this word, but you can do simple actions, citing and writing all these things at the end of your work. That is the bibliography. So if in this way you will not like be punished for plagiarism because you are doing the right actions of about this topic.
The way that my colleague discussed is the perfect example to recognize the effort of the author because he actually took the effort to investigate, to know, to discuss with other people, to put a paper online or wherever you take it from. So you must accept that this person did this and you must recognize his effort. So citing is the perfect way to do it.
Also, a work presented with a bibliography is more respected and it can be represented in many levels of academic of academic school. For example, if you're a professional and you write about many like cows, for example, and you take ideas from others and you just put it on it without a bibliography or citation, you will not have a recognition because all the people will think that you take the easy way for doing something. With that easy way, you cannot have a problem-solving capability, something that you really need in our work, in these times, in a worker. Also, is that person is not a reliable person. Why? Because if you put to him to do a brief representation of your company, for example, and you put these people in front as an image, your company will be discredited because of the use of plagiarism.
Yes, because the use of plagiarism can show what the person is. Can show that a person just want the easy way. That a person cannot have his own work. That a person cannot do his own works. So, if we avoid plagiarism, we will show like a profile of a person who works, who do his own things, who have of what the topic is about. So all this person will see like a example for others.
Also, I can assure you that the satisfaction you will get from doing your own work instead of copying from someone else will be greater than just actually submitting yourself to plagiarism. So I believe that everyone is a very creative person and very capable to do whatever he wants, investigate whatever he wants if he only proposes. So you don't need to copy actually or to take somebody else's work. You need to do your own things and be your own. Be yourself.
So there is another thing that when you research by your own and you start to think some ideas, you can go to levels of that theme that were not touched before you. So you will be really recognized. Remember that doing your own effort gives you some more abilities than problem solving. Also, you get a reading culture. You also like the research. You also will have the clues to reinvent some things to get an extra in all the things that you do and that you create. So that is very important because it's by your own work and you will go further if you go just by your own.
So if we are doing this, like my friend Luis said, that you are doing all by your own, you will see how much how much effort you add to that thing, to that work. So in that way, you will be like, you will be adding all the bibliographies because you know that the person who write that thing, they are doing something well, a good job.
And to wrap it up, we are going to make like a simple comparison, and this is the comparison. Plagiarism is strictly punished, and doing your work is highly prized. So you see that doing your own work is always going to win the battle.
Also, you can have more friends in your professional life for doing more work and for going further.
Okay, so that's all we can say about plagiarism, and we think like we talk about everything we needed to, and thank you.